Some people spend their entire lives stepping over a fortune and never even realize it. And no, this isn't a metaphor. There's a rock out there that looks totally ordinary, dull, colorless, nothing flashy, but when night falls, it lights up on its own. That's right, it glows in the dark, and that glow, which most people don't even notice, might be the sign of $1 million secret hidden inside. Imagine walking a trail and ignoring a simple rock, when in reality, if you cracked it open, you'd find a crystal worth over $2 million. Most people walk right past it. They think it's just another useless chunk of stone, but those who learn to recognize the right glow at the right moment discover something that even experienced geologists take years to understand. In this video, you're going to find out where these rocks show up, why they glow, what's hidden inside, and how this knowledge could completely change the way you see the ground beneath your feet. Are you ready to discover what 99% of people don't even know how to look for? Then go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe, because what you're about to learn might just change your life. While the world races after visible treasures, nature hides its greatest riches where almost no one dares to look in silence. Have you ever considered that some stones only glow when everything else goes dark? They don't make the news, they don't make noise, and they don't come with a sign pointing the way. They're discreet, almost shy, but when the lights of the world go out, they come to life on their own, and that's no accident. Ancient civilizations believed this nighttime glow was a spiritual message, a whisper from the earth saying, there is power here. In certain volcanic regions of southern Africa, for instance, glowing stones were often found near deposits of diamonds, opals, and rare crystals. Coincidence? Maybe, but the same pattern shows up in different corners of the planet, and that brings up a powerful question. Are we missing the signs because we're too distracted by the obvious? Because these rocks don't reveal themselves to people who rush by or to those who only trust what shines in daylight. They appear to those brave enough to look into the dark. And if you're here right now listening to this, maybe it's because you've already started seeing things through a different lens. But hold on, what comes next might just shake everything you thought you knew about value. While most people see a rock as just a lifeless, dull object with no value, geology reveals an entire universe hidden deep inside each mineral. There's a phenomenon known as mineral luminescence, a kind of subtle communication from nature to those who know how to pay attention. It's when a rock literally emits light on its own. No batteries, no sunlight needed. This glow can happen through fluorescence, phosphorescence, or triboluminescence. In simpler terms, some rocks glow when exposed to ultraviolet light, others keep glowing even after the light source is gone, and some light up when they're rubbed or cracked open. It's as if Earth planted luminous alarms in spots where treasures lie hidden. Fluorite, calcite, willemite, hackmanite, raw diamonds. All of them can emit visible light to the human eye, but almost no one's watching for it. So tell me, do you have a UV flashlight at home in a small village about 110 miles from Zimbabwe's border? A miner named Tende, no college degree, no equipment, just intuition and a half-broken flashlight, found a rock that glowed in a strange way. It didn't blink, it didn't reflect, it glowed. When he took it in for testing, scientists discovered a rare blue spinel crystal inside with a level of purity valued at over $2 million. This story circulated quietly in minology forums, but never made it to the mainstream. Why? Because the secret is too simple to be taken seriously. But that's exactly where the magic lies. Glowing stones indicate the presence of certain chemical elements: cerium, europium, manganese, uranium, and more, and these elements often show up in the same places as valuable gems. It's like an invisible map, Earth's natural wealth. And more than that, luminescence doesn't always mean instant value, but it points the way. A soil rich in glowing minerals might be hiding not only emeralds, but gold, rubellite, aquamarine, garnets. It all depends on how you read the signs. Now imagine applying this to your own life. A walk through a dried riverbed, a hike in the wilderness, or even that odd-looking rock you tossed aside in your backyard. If you shine a UV flashlight, one that costs less than $10 online, you could be moments away from discovering something no one else ever noticed. And if you go a step further, cutting it open, polishing it, or just documenting the glow, you can reach out to geology and mineral groups, where many of these glowing rocks are worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. And some, of course, are worth millions. So what's the real difference between the person who finds treasure and the one who walks right past it? It's the willingness to look in the dark. Comment below, I see in the dark. if you also believe there's hidden wealth in the things most people overlook. And stay with me, because in the next section I'll show you exactly where to look, what signs to spot, and how to test things with your own hands. You'll be amazed by what might be waiting right in your backyard. The first thing you need to understand is that these glow-in-the-dark stones aren't hidden away in underground vaults. They're right out in the open, mixed in with the soil, scattered along river gravel, tucked into cave crevices, and clinging to mountain slopes. They're in the places most people never bother to kneel down and look. But here's the catch: not every glowing rock means treasure, and that's where true wisdom comes into play. For anyone serious about exploring, the secret starts with a small tool. A UV flashlight. For under $10, you can get one of these portable ultraviolet lights that reveal a mineral's hidden glow. It's simple. Wait until nightfall, go to a spot with natural ground, like a hiking trail, rocky outcrop, or even your backyard with exposed soil, and shine your light slowly. Rocks containing fluorescent elements will glow in colors like lime green, blue, red, or purple. And yes, it's real, visible, and right in front of you. But the true rock hunter looks beyond the glow they observe. The shape, texture, and density of the stone. Now is talk location. Your best shot at finding luminous stones is in areas with past volcanic activity, fossile soil, granite zones, or regions with heavy limestone presence. Want a mental map? Think dry riverbeds, caves with stalactites and stalagmites, trails near rock walls, and old abandoned mining zones. These are like natural laboratories waiting to be explored. In the US states like Arizona, Utah, Nevada, and Montana are open-air treasure troves for fluorescent rocks. In Canada, the Bancroft region is world-renowned as the mineral capital, and if you're in Australia or South Africa, the odds of finding naturally glowing stones are even higher. Don't think you need fancy equipment to start. A solid UV flashlight, a magnifying glass, a small rock hammer, and a few collection bags. That's enough to get you going. What really matters is having a trained eye and the willingness to search where no one else is looking. But how do you tell real glow from fake shine? That's crucial. Many reflections come from glass, mica, or crystals with no real market value. The simplest test is glow persistence. Truly luminescent stones maintain a strong glow, in with slight movements of the light, and they give off shades that don't look like anything you normally see in daylight. Another clue: weight. Rocks with metallic minerals or elements like zirconium and beryllium tend to feel heavier than expected. If you want to go further, there are smartphone apps with mineral databases, collector forums, and even Facebook and Reddit groups where you can post pictures and get help identifying your finds. Start there, train your eyes, build a collection, sort and classify. Each rock could hold an entire universe. And if you like this hands-on part, hit the like button on the video, because in the next section I'm going to show you how the soil itself, along with certain natural signs, can form a real-life treasure map to help you find glow-in-the-dark gemstones. By now, you've learned that some rocks can glow, but what if I told you the glow is just the beginning? Beneath our feet lies an entire geological constellation. Fluorescence isn't limited to well-known minerals like fluorite or calcite. There are others, far more mysterious, and rarely mentioned, like syenite, which glows with a soft sky blue light that feels almost hypnotic, or fire opal, which emits its own glow when exposed to heat or UV light. And yes, even diamonds, the rarest and most coveted of all, can glow with a blue or yellow fluorescence under black light. That means even when they're still in raw, uncut form, hidden as dull-looking rocks, they leave subtle clues for those who know where to look. Nature doesn't fully hide her treasures. She whispers through faint glimmers, unexpected colors, surfaces that change temperature with a single touch. And when you open yourself to those signals, the world around you transforms into a secret language, rich in signs, full of hidden promises. But it's not just the stones that speak. The soil tells stories too. Some soils glow faintly when mixed with naturally occurring phosphorus. Some regions have magnetic fields that shift due to magnetite deep underground. And there are places where vegetation won't grow at all, because something massive is lying beneath. Many experienced gem hunters even watch how ants and rodents behave. They tend to dig and pile up tiny stones, sometimes bringing crystals from layers far below the surface. Ever thought about how even Insect movements might be pointing you towards something. It's like nature left an invisible map, and every clue, every detail, is a gentle reminder that there's wealth waiting to be discovered. That's why you should never underestimate the ground. Beneath you, a rocky patch with metallic signs, a valley where your compass goes haywire, or a desert speckled with fine shimmering grains. Any of these could be holding secrets you never imagined. What's truly mind-blowing is that none of this depends on luck. It depends on sensitivity, on training, on being present. That faint glow you spot in a stone could be the tip of a geological iceberg, an entrance to something few people ever notice. And when you begin connecting the dots, the soil, the glow, the stone's shape, the surrounding rock, even the behavior of nearby animals, you're actually assembling a living puzzle, a dynamic map that shifts with time, but always offers answers to those who ask the right questions. And that's what we're going to explore in the next section, because more than just finding rare stones, this is about learning to feel when the invisible is calling you. And if this content is opening your eyes, drop a comment below. I'm ready to receive, so I know you're tuned into the signals most people simply ignore. Music. How many stones have you overlooked simply because you couldn't see what was inside? That question may seem simple, but it reveals a truth most people aren't ready to face. The majority of us live surrounded by hidden opportunities, treasures disguised as routine potential buried beneath layers of emotional dust, and just like luminescent stones, these inner riches only show their glow when the lights go out, when chaos hits, when everything feels dark. It's in the silence of night, in life's desert moments, that many discover their own light. That's why seeing in the dark isn't some magical gift. It's a choice. It's the decision to train your eyes to see beyond appearances, to seek beauty where most people see disorder, to find value in what the world throws away. Maybe your greatest treasure is already within you, waiting patiently for someone. Maybe you, to have the courage to turn off the light and finally look deeper. And if even stones need darkness to shine, why would it be any different for you? There's a kind of magic that happens when you stop relying on surface-level signals and begin to notice the subtleties. Just like rare minerals don't announce themselves with flashing signs, neither do your own hidden strengths. They emerge slowly, quietly, under pressure, under time, and often under trial. But those who know how to search in silence, those who aren't afraid of the dark, end up finding what no one else even knew was there. That's why this journey isn't only about glowing rocks or geological maps. It's about transforming the way you walk through life. Because once you learn to see hidden beauty in the ground beneath you, you'll start seeing it in people, in places, in moments you used to ignore. And maybe, just maybe, that's the real treasure all along. And if you're serious about learning how to identify these rare stones, from beginner to advanced, using visual guides, field maps, practical tools, and tested techniques, check out the full guide I left in the video description. It might be the missing piece you need to finally see the invisible with clarity. The truth is, a lot of people walk through life thinking they're lost, when in reality, they're just too distracted to notice the signs. Treasures reveal themselves to those who train their eyes to see. And if you've made it this far, it's because you're not like the crowd that moves through life on autopilot. You're one of those who feels there's something more, something hidden, yet present. And for that reason, I invite you to leave a comment right now. I see in the dark. Say it loud in the comments, to show that you're ready to notice what most people choose to ignore. Share this video with someone who's been walking with their head down, because it might be right there on the ground, where they finally find the answer they've been searching for up above. And more than that, if this content opened your mind, taught you something new, or awakened a forgotten sense within you, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell, because the next videos won't just be informative, they'll be a real map of discoveries, a guide for those who want to learn how to see beyond appearances, and walk through life with the eyes of an explorer. What if a rock that glows in the dark was actually the key to your first million? Sounds crazy, but it's not. In a world where everyone's looking for answers in the sky, sometimes the greatest treasure is right where no one wants to look. On the ground, in the dark, in the silence. Because real brilliance doesn't show up when everything is lit. It only reveals itself when the light goes out. And that applies to stones, to people, and to opportunities. Nature speaks to those who listen, and the world hides its wealth in details that rush and noise won't let you see. Glowing rocks, reactive soils, insects pointing the way, even strange creatures that seem to have been programmed to live exactly where wealth is buried. If you want to keep connecting the dots and learning how to recognize these natural markers with precision, then watch the video showing up on your screen right now. This rare snake lives where diamonds and million-dollar gems are hidden. Learn to identify it now. That might just be the next big sign nature is trying to send your